You are about to witness the very exciting story of a city and its people.
Welcome to motherfucking Detroit.
What up, though? What up, though? This is Detroit Mail with another No Name podcast. If you have not done it, let's get the preliminaries out of the way. Go down to our YouTube channel and you can subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, bang. Hit that like button, bing. Hit that notification button, bang. And you get all the content that we upload. For instance, we go live every Monday every Monday and Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. There we talk about everything sports related, NBA, MLB, NFL, college, NHL playoffs going on right now. So we drop a little bit about that sometimes. Also, whatever's going on in the sports news cycle, you can catch that. If you just like getting into the chat, you can get into the chat. You can call in. You can comment on live on the show, whichever one you prefer. It is an open forum for us to talk sports. And so we do that every Monday and Thursday at 4 p.m. Also, if you are a Chiefs fan, you can go over to the same spot, scroll down, and you'll see Wildcard Chiefs page channel where he talks everything Kansas City Chiefs. Also, the big homie Nick Shine. His projects page channel, he also talks about everything New York Jets. But over here we talk about everything Detroit Lions. And so for today's show, you know, as I say a lot of times on this show, I watch a lot of Lion content, and there's a couple trying to say how I'm gonna say this. There's a couple channels out there that say some erroneous, crazy stuff. And, you know, draft just ended. And, you know, we got a lot of people that didn't like the draft. And, you know, if you haven't catched that, I talked about on the last show that I put out, how at first, you know, I was kind of like, they pick, oh my God, why you know, back and forth during the draft. But after I stepped back and kind of looked at it as a whole, I wasn't as disappointed with the draft as I was when I actually was in it, watching it live. Once I stepped back and kind of see the big picture, I think it was a pretty good draft, you know. And shout out to Spirit of Detroit, you know, he did a couple of film studies and he did one on Broderick Martin, and it kind of make even liking that pick even more. So shout out to Spirit of Detroit for that. But I saw something that I want to talk about. You know, they picked in the third round, they picked Hendon Hooker. And one particular channel was like, well, that's not Jared Goff's replacement. You know, it'd probably be 4 to 6 years before he even plays and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, I looked at that and I was like, first of all, that doesn't make any sense. Why would you draft a quarterback that highly skilled who, if he had not torn his ACL, would have probably been a first round pick? And why would you draft him in the third round and let him sit for 6 years? Doesn't make any sense. You know, but the biggest thing I looked at that kind of made me start thinking and looking at Brad Holmes saying, he said something about Jahmyr Gibbs that made me think about this other pick. He said, you know, when they asked him about picking a running back that high and, you know, the value and all that stuff, you know, the hoopla they always do around draft picks. He said, I drafted him because he's a weapon. I was like, that makes sense. He's not a running back, he's a weapon. This made me think the same thing about Adrian Martinez and to a degree Hendon Hooker, but more so Adrian Martinez. Could he actually use Adrian Martinez like the Saints did Taysom Hill. Wild card. I'm thinking about my partner. The wildcat setting. Set. Run them. Put them in. A lot of trick plays. You think about how Ben Johnson run this offense. All the different plays he put in. All the different things he does for the offense he did last year. Now you think about you insert Adrian Martinez in there and all the other weapons you have on offense around. With the Saints, when Taysom Hill was in there, you pretty much know he's running the ball. 90% he wasn't throwing, he was running the ball. But here's the thing. You get Adrian Martinez in there, and especially if you develop as a passer. Now you can line up Gibbs outside. You can line Montgomery outside, and have if Muhammad makes a team, him in the backfield. Now you got to think about, okay, what they're gonna do. A couple plays you hand it off to Muhammad. Keep so that way you keep the defense guessing. Other plays you run Martinez. You can do a lot with the skill set Martinez have and / Hendon Hooker. Now I would not add Hendon Hooker as much because you want him to take it slow and really develop and rehab on his injury because you got time, because you got Jared Goff. But I start thinking about some of the picks that they have. You got a lot of versatile players on this team. A lot of players that can play different positions and put them in different sets, and you can do a lot with them. So those who out there who looking at it just one dimensional, step back, get a panoramic view. There's so many different things the Lions can do with this personnel they have. And I think I said this when I first started this channel. I've been a Lions fan for a long time, and I've seen a lot of ups and a whole lot of downs. And I've been waiting to say, oh yeah, this is the year, and they disappoint. They start off good and go all the way down to the gutter. So I've seen a lot of times where the Lions didn't do well. But I will say, with this regime, I feel a little bit comfortable. I feel a lot more comfortable. I feel a lot more comfortable with letting my head, almost like a tortoise, letting my head out the shell, so to speak, and being comfortable with this team can do. Being comfortable to say, hey, they might be able to do something. They might make some moves. They might win the North. They might go deep into the playoffs. I feel comfortable with saying that. Where before I was kind of protecting myself. I ain't gonna say too much. I want to jinx it, that kind of thing. But I'm watching some of the moves that they're making. I may question some of it, but I'm on the outside looking in. But for the most part, Brad Holmes and this regime has been making a lot of moves that looks like it's for the betterment of this team. Whether or not you agree or disagree with it, you can't say they're not making moves for the betterment of this team. Where other regimes was making moves that it just didn't make sense when they did it. It didn't make sense when the season started. It didn't make sense after the season started. It never made sense, and most of them never materialized. You can see some of the fruits of their labor last year's season. Did it start off slow? Yeah. But you can see some of the fruits of their labor. You can see some of the players' development. James Houston came out of nowhere. Hutch started picking it up. You've seen flash from Rodrigo. I like to see him pick it up a little bit. Kirby Joseph, you've seen flash. You can see what J-Mo can do once he finally start playing. I mean, he got a 6-game suspension now, but you still saw some of the things he can do. You already know what Montgomery did in Chicago, so he already has a resume. So you see the resume of some of the free agents they have. Mosley, if he stays healthy, you see what he can do. Cam, you see what he can do. C.J. Garner-Johnson. You see Kirby Joseph. So there's a lot of pieces in there. There's a lot of pieces in there that you can see that can do a lot of things. And Jack Campbell, a lot of people complain, he's not that type of linebacker. He's an old school linebacker. Blah, blah. Look at how the Lions play defense. It's all about schemes. If you watch the NFL, those who watch the NFL, you can take a player on one team and he's a superstar. Put him on another team, you're like, what happened? It's not that skill set went down or the skill set changed. Sometimes it's about the scheme and a fit for that team. And they are drafting players that fit the schemes and the skill set and how they run this team. Jack Campbell's one. I think Montgomery is another, the running back. I think Muhammad Ibrahim is another. I think what's the tight end they just got drafted from Laporta? He's another. They fit what the Lions are trying to do. So let's sit back and watch what they do. I'm excited. I'm wait. I can't wait. I mean, where we at? We in May now. Rookie camp gonna start in a minute before you know it. Then OTAs and everything. The preseason starting in August, and I'm just waiting to see what these and some of the UDAs they got. Oh, I like well, I said Muhammad's a UDA too, but what's the other one they got? They got all the I want to see what this defensive lineman out of Notre Dame does. He may turn out to be something. Boy they got from the USFL, XFL, he might turn out to be something. Yeah, I know there's a lot of roster spots to fight for, but here's the thing. If they play well enough to make special teams and beat out some of the special teams people, they can get on this team. Injuries is part of this game. You might have a receiver that goes down with a hammy. You might have a receiver that goes down with a couple of minor injury, get a couple of games in. So you may see some of that. And plus, one of the things that Holmes said, we're not drafting for right now. We're also drafting for the future. And he putting people in place that if I might not be able to sign a certain player, I got his backup already there. Got a couple tackles over there that can, just in case you get your O-line hurt. So I'm liking some of the things I see. They positions has been filled. Every need has been filled. And you even have some backups there. So look at the weapons. The weapons should at least get you excited. What they can do, the versatility of this offense. But anyway, that's why I didn't want to stay down here too long. I just kind of thought out when I was watching some of the stuff, like, I think I want to make a video about that because I see some potential there. I see some weapons there. So tell me what you think. Get down in these comments and tell me what you think. Do you think that I may be out my mind? I drink too much of the Kool-Aid? I don't know. Maybe I am. Or maybe I got something here. I don't know. But I like to chop it up. Tell me what you think. But anyway, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Please hit the like button. Shout out to the ones who have been commenting. I appreciate that. That goes a long way because I love chopping up about sports. Sometimes I don't get a chance to get back to you right away, but I do read the comments. I do read them. And, I love to hear people's take, even the ones that disagree with me. I still like to hear the takes because sometimes it may be something out. You may see it from an angle I don't see. I'm like, what? I never thought about that. So shout out to the ones and subscribers that we've been getting. Appreciate y'all. Please tune into the live show, man. That's been growing a lot. A lot of people been coming on the live show. So jump in the live show. If you like to hear funny takes, and sometimes we can, we get a little silly over there. But if you just like to have fun and talk about sports, Monday and Thursday, 4:00 Eastern Standard Time, we go for 2 hours. And you know, we just talk about sport. Anyway, I'm sorry. Somebody just texted me, you know, it's like squirrel. But until next time, peace.